Welcome everybody to Andrew McDonald English. This is English Lesson 0, and today we will be going over the alphabet, letters and numbers, and days and months of the year. This lesson may not be necessary for everybody. Perhaps you know these things, as this is more basic background information. So if you would already know these things, go ahead and go to the next video. I will link in the description under the video this worksheet. So you can find this worksheet with us. Everything I have written here will be in the video description for free so that you can either print it out or do it on your device, however suits you best. So let's just get started with the alphabet. The first part here is it's practicing writing the letters on the line. And as you'll notice, for each letter, there are two forms. So in English, we have uppercase and lowercase. So this is the uppercase, and this is the lowercase. So the uppercase is used at the start of a sentence. So you always start a sentence with uppercase. So like this. Can I go to his house? Start of the sentence, you'll use the uppercase. You'll also use uppercase for what we call proper nouns. So a person's name, so like Adam, will be uppercase, even if it isn't in the start of the sentence. So you'd say, can I go to Adam's house? Adam is a person, right? This is Adam. And because Adam is a person, he has the uppercase. Same with a city. If you want to talk about perhaps Adam lives in Chicago, a city would have uppercase as well. So if you were to write, can I go to Adam's house in Chicago? That would be the same thing. This would have the uppercase, this would have the uppercase, and this would have the uppercase because it's specific, right? Okay. All the other letters in all the other words would continue with lowercase. So you start with lowercase and all the other letters are the same. The uppercase is usually written first, like so, and sometimes, like with the case of C, it's just larger. However, often it'll be written a bit differently, like with E. So let's go through and practice those right now. So please go through all of the words here and practice writing the uppercase and lowercase. And we'll meet back after and go over. So let's just go through them quickly after you've written them down. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R S T U V W X Y and Z. Okay. So please go ahead and check through your answers. Just make sure you have it written down. Try both times and try saying them out loud to help you memorize. It's the best way to do it. So say them, and I'll do it once more. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So in the English alphabet, these are all the letters you'll come about. There's no accents. This is all of the letters that you'll ever see. So this next section is going to help you with listening to the different letters. So this is a listening exercise to hear the letters. So I will say a letter and just write the number that corresponds with that letter on the line. So let's just practice for or two together, right? So I'd say 1, S, and you'd find the letter S and put 1. Then I'd say 2, L. You'd find the letter L and put 2. Simple enough? There are 26 letters, and we'll just continue until we get to 26. Each letter will have one number. Okay, the letters in this order will be 1, S, 2, L, 3, R, 4, E, 5, F, 6, Z, 7, A, 8, T, 9, U, 10, K, 11, V, 12, G, 13, B, 14, J, 15, M, 16, N, 17, D, 18, W, 19, X, 20, O, 21, I, 22, Q, 23, Y, 24, C, 25, H, and 26, P. So each number will correspond with one letter. Each number, one letter. Feel free to rewind the video, go through it again, take as much time as you need, and we'll come back and fill this out together. Okay, let's go over the letters that correspond with their numbers. So, we did 1 and 2. Letter 1 is S. We already have here. And letter 2 is L. We already have here as well. Letter 3 is R. So 3 would go here. Letter 4 is E. So 4 would go here. Letter 5 is F. Letter 6 is Z. Letter 7 is A. Letter 8 is T. Letter 9 is U. Letter 10 is K. Letter 11 is V. Letter 12 is G. Letter 13 is B. Letter 14 is J. Letter 15 is M. Letter 16 is N. Letter 17 is D. Letter 18 is W. Letter 19 is X. Letter 20 is O. Letter 21 is I. Letter 22 is Q. Letter 23 is Y. Letter 24 is C. Letter 25 is H. And last one, letter 26 is P. Okay, so now we've gone through every letter and their pronunciation. Please go ahead and take a look. If you don't have this, please try the lesson again. Go back in the time and re-listen to what the letters to the numbers are. And please try the exercise again as many times as you can, because being able to hear the letters is very, very important. So when writing in English as well, it's really important to know vowels and consonants. Vowels and consonants. So vowels are these letters, A, E, I, O, and U. Every word needs a vowel. Every single word needs at one or more vowels. Either A, E, I, O, or U. All the others are called consonants. And words also need consonants, but they make up all the other words besides vowels, right? All the other letters besides vowels. So A, E, I, O, and U. Now, you may be wondering, why is this letter Y in both and circled? This is the letter Y, and Y is sometimes a vowel and then sometimes a consonant. So Y can be the vowel in words like sky or Y. Y would be the vowel in this type of word, but often Y is the consonant. So usually the vowels will be A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, and then the consonants are everything else, usually with Y, but Y can be either of the two. So now we're going to look at numbers, and this is practice. This exercise is I'm going to say a number from each line. So I'll say 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, so on and so on, and you will circle which number I say. This is just for practice to see if maybe you need a little more studying on numbers. So let's just do one together to start. So the first number I will say is 15. So of these three, this one, or this one, circle the number 15. Now, the numbers on the first line are 3, 15, and 16. So if I say 15, the number you'd want to circle would be this one. Okay, now I'll go through the other lines and just circle them as you go. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like. Take as much time as you need. So, this line, 2, 7, 4, 10, and 17. I'll do that one more time. 2, 7, 4, 10, and 17. So this is what your sheet should look like now. 15, 2, 7, 4, 10, and 17. If you didn't get them right, please look through again and try to figure it out. That may be a sign that you need to do a little bit more practice on numbers, but I will go through a small lesson on numbers in the English and Latin language system. So here, we start with the basic numbers, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, we left out 0, which is the first number, and it's nothing. So this is 0, nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So, how do you format numbers? Once you get to 9, the next number is 10. And if you look at 10, you'll notice that it's just 1 and 0. So, 10 is 1 and 0. Then, once you go past that, you keep adding to this digit. So then it would be 11. And then it would be 12. In the same order up here. 10, 0, 11, 1, 12, 2. And it just keeps going like that. So then, let's say you continue, you go 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Once you get here, then you have to switch the first number again. And after 1 is 2. So once you go to that, you start with 2, and then you add 0, like the first number. This is 20. And then you just do the same thing as you continue. 21, 22, 23, 24, and so on and so on and so on. So the best way to think about formatting numbers is you have the number of tens is this number, then the number of individuals is next to it. Okay, now that we did a little bit of practice with that warm-up exercise on numbers, we have another piece down here. So this exercise goes from here all the way down to here. And what this does is it gives you 2 columns, here and here. These are the numbers, and these are the words for the numbers, so how they're spelled. So you want to match the 2 together, the number with the word. So let's look at a few together. So here's this number right here. As you know, this is the number 2. 2. So now we have to look for the spelling, which will be over here. Here it is right here. This is the spelling for the number 2. So next to the spelling, write the number 2. And then go back with the spelling and write it next to the number for practice. So back up to 2 and write 2. Okay? Let's do one more. So, let's start with the word. This word here is 14. 14. The number 14 is here. So next to the number 14, write out the spelling. Here we have 14. Now back to where the spelling was, you can put the number for practice. All good? Okay, go ahead, pause the video if you'd like, and go through the rest of the numbers. Make sure you put both the spelling and the number for all of them, and then we'll look through them together. Okay, so now let's go over the spellings of these numbers. Let's correct this part of the sheet. So the first one we had is 0, written like this, then 1. We already have 2, so 3, then 4, 5, and 6, 7, and then 8, after that is 9, and 10, then we have 11, and 12, after we have 13, we already have 14, so then it's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So looking through these numbers, you may notice the pattern. So after, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you get to 11 and 12. These ones have no reason for their names, but it's just 11 and 12. They're more irregular. Then you start getting into the teens. I hope maybe you saw this pattern there, the teens, right? So you start, the numbers after 12 until 20 will have teen. And sometimes it'll be the number that it bases off, so 14 is 14, but sometimes, in this case, it would be 13. So it's not the same as the number 3, but similar with the ending teen. And those continue all the way down until 20. After 20, you go to 21, 22, 23, and so on and so on and so on. These numbers are much more simple. They're just spelled 21, 22, and 23. And then it continues exactly the same as the others. So you go 24, 25, 26, etc. After 29, you'll get to 30. And here it's the same. 31, 32, etc. So it just continues like that. It's the same for 40, 41, 42. You just take the 10 and simply add 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever to the end. These numbers make much more sense in how they're formed. It's the teens, and especially 11 and 12, are the most difficult parts. So these are essential to learn, 11 and 12, and then the teen numbers, the first part with teen. So now let's take a look at these. They give you the spelling, and you just have to match it with the number itself. This is 11, 9, 16, 5, 15, 10, 8, 17, 1, we already did 14, 3, 19, and 7. Continuing on, we have 0 and 20. We already did 2, so there's 18 and 13, 12, and then 6, and lastly 4, which could be that, or sometimes you may see it spelled or written like that, right? Okay, please have a look. I'll scroll through one more time. Please check your answers. Try to make sure they're as correct as possible. If they are not, it may mean that you may have to do a little bit more practice with numbers, but that's not too hard. The only ones that you'll have to truly memorize are these. These numbers are the most important to learn. Look through all of these because, as we discussed, once you get to 20, you can just form them like this. However, before 20, they're all quite different. So now we're going to look at the days of the week, of which there are 7. There's 7 days. So they are in a specific order, and the order is like this: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So this is the order that the days are always in. The week starts with Sunday and ends with Saturday, and it goes in this order. Now these 2 days here are what we call the weekend or weekend. And that's just because Sunday and Saturday are the weekend because they mark the end and the start of a new week, right? Okay. Next, it asks you about abbreviations. So, this word, abbreviation, what does this mean? Abbreviation is making a long word short, right? So take Monday and make it into mon. And you'll have this dot here to show you that it is an abbreviation. So abbreviation, just make long word, make it smaller, right? Okay. So, go ahead and write the abbreviation, or excuse me, the day next to the abbreviation so that you can learn them. They'll be in the same order as the normal days of the week, just here. So please pay attention to how they are written in Here are those abbreviations right there. Sun is Sunday, Mon is Monday, and so on. And the way you'll see is there'll be, for example here, a little dot. That dot at the end can hint to you that it is an abbreviation, right? Okay. So the last thing we'll do is we're going to look at the months of the year. So they give you all 12 months of the year. There are 12 months. 12 months of the year, and they give them to you here. Down here, they ask for you to put them in order. And we'll do that together right now. So the 12 months are January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Now, these also have abbreviations. They can also be made long to short, and they'll look like this. January will be like this, February will be FEB, March will be MAR, April would be APR, May stays exactly the same, June, JUN, July, JUL, August, AUG, September actually has 4 letters, it's SEPT, October, OCT, November, NOV, and December, DEC. So please, take a look at these dates, at these months, make sure you memorize the order, and know the abbreviations too. It's almost always, actually, it is always the first 3, and for September, first 4 letters of the word. Now, why are these abbreviations so important, right? Let's say you have a date. You have the date Monday, January 15. Here's the date. Many times when you write it, it'll look like this. This means the same thing. Monday, January 15th, just written with the abbreviations so it can go from long to short. These are so important because often when it's written out on a sign, they'll have the abbreviation. Thank you so much for watching the video. This is very, very helpful background information. Lesson 1 will be coming out soon. There is no work that I recommend you do at home. Just if you struggled with parts of these, please practice them. You can look online for more practice. I'll leave this sheet both blank and filled out in the description below. So this whole sheet will be below. Thank you guys so much.